What is happening? It's the Nintendo Powercast, episode 408.
I think so. Yes.
There we go.
9?
Cool. Let's
I don't know.
9. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
It's you'd think we would know this. We've done this for how long? But you know what? We're gonna keep on going. Crawler, what's up, baby? How are you?
Hey, how's it going? Crawler coming at you.
Cheesy, what's up?
It's so quiet right now. Do you guys? It's so silent. There's no Johnny tonight. What's going on, cheese curds?
What's happening? And then there's no Johnny Bo tonight. He is working. Send some love his way, you guys. Send him some funny gifts or something on Twitter. It's at Johnny Bo, and let him know that he's loved. Oh my gosh, chat already with the less salty chat. Wow. Coming in hot. Well, guys, there's some cool stuff happening. It's Mario Day tomorrow. We got a Lego Direct. Today we got Mario Kart tracks, or I guess yesterday, and the movie trailer, which some people thought they might have showed too much. We're going to get into it here. But my unofficial and unauthorized history of Mario Kart, and my Mario Kart guide, and the pre-order bonus, which is still available. I'm going to keep it up through the weekend. The pre-order price and the trivia book. It's a Mario Kart trivia book. It's multiple choice questions from each of the mainline games. So you get to test your skills in a little trivia as well. Now the trivia book is going to go away after Sunday. So if you want to get a hold of it, you're going to have to get the pre-order launch weekend price. Everything's 50% off. It's $14.99 for everything. You can go to n64josh.com/history of Mario Kart or Mario Kart guide. They take you to the same place, and you can pre-order right now. This is an ebook. I've had some people ask about physical, but physical is just sometimes a pain. And so maybe one day, but not any plans anytime soon. So I do apologize, because I know, like me, a lot of you guys like to collect physical things. But I will tell you this. There is a chapter that I posted in the Discord. The first part of the chapter, it's called the Mario Kart Sorry. Now, this is in the guide. And it teaches you the ways of apologizing, but not being too sincere. Okay? And there's also a chapter on how to not swear while playing Mario Kart. So, if you
bottle it up and let steam come out your ears, that's kind of...
Oh, there's ideas for a swear jar, using positivity to encourage the players that go past you. You guys are gonna love, and the Mario Kart Sorry is really directed at couples, because I know there's a lot of couples that play this game. So if you dominate your significant other, this guide is for you on how to apologize. Again, n64josh.com/history of Mario Kart. You can get the whole bundle, $14.99. Go check it out. We're going through Sunday. Now, the other big announcement.
Sunday's only 23 hours as well, so you got to plan ahead.
Oh, true.
There you go. So the other big announcement, with tomorrow being Mario Day and the launch of my book and everything, I'm going to be streaming for a good portion of the day. I'm going to take a small break in the middle because I have to meet with a client for some consulting, and then I'm going to fire the stream back up in the evening, and to promote the book, but also I want to hear from you guys. So I'm going to do a live version of MPC where you guys get to jump in Discord and share some of your favorite Mario memories, since it's Mario Day, right? And if you're not comfortable getting in live, or maybe you're hearing this after the fact, you're not even hearing this until next week, that's okay. I want you guys you can go to n64josh.com. I have an article up there that tells you everything that you can do, but I want to put together a bunch of video of you guys sharing your Mario memories. So if you can't make it into the live show to jump in the Discord and say, to talk to me there, that's okay. You can still email me, n64josh@gmail.com, throw your video in a Google Drive, send the link to me. I'm going to put all these together for a very special MPC And if we get too many, we'll do multiple. But I want to hear you guys. And if you make content, use this as an opportunity to kind of plug yourself as well, right? So if you stream, you have your own show, whatever the case may be, we want to showcase the community talking about your memories of Mario. So there's your opportunity. I hope you guys take advantage of this. I want to hear from you guys. I want to get to know some of you guys in the community, maybe that aren't in the Discord, or you're not as vocal as as we would like to see maybe. But if you're not cool with having your face on camera, don't worry. You could literally send me just audio, or just put your phone face down and just talk into it. Send me that video. I'll just have Mario gameplay going for anybody that's not comfortable having their face on cam, right? So if you're cool having your voice, we would love to hear from you. And that's it for the for all the housekeeping. And we're 6 minutes in. Everybody's like, yo, are you guys actually going to get to the show here or not? Cheesy, we've had so many reviews on iTunes.
Mm-hmm.
So many reviews.
So many.
A lot of real positive ones. Some, I'm not sure. We gave 5 stars and then some shade.
I mean, it's still 5 stars.
It is. So keep them coming, you guys. Keep them coming. Thank you, guys. We probably next week, since we've already been 6 minutes in, next week we're going to go through and read a bunch of those, but keep sending them in. Okay. Keep sending them. We want to get those reviews on Apple. We appreciate you guys for keeping us the number 4 Nintendo podcast on Apple. So see if we can push through those ranks a little bit. Maybe give IGN or Game Informer a run for their money. We'll see. So before we go any further, Crawler, where can people connect with you?
Best spots to do that are Twitter and TikTok and Discord. Nightcrawler724, Nightcrawlers without the E.
And Cheesy.
You can find me on TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, CheezyC64, CheezyC64.
All right. So I think we're going to talk about the movie trailer first, correct? That's what we want to jump into?
Yeah.
You got that pulled up, that B-roll ready to go just about? So today was the last day, or the last trailer, I should say, for the Mario movie. Mm-hmm. And Cheesy, I want you to kick this off. We watched it in your stream.
Yeah.
And you weren't too happy right off the bat. Not necessarily not happy, but just kind of like, yo, they maybe should have saved some of this. So kind of give us your thoughts.
Yeah. So this is my second time probably doing a reaction video. I don't do too many. So going into this trailer, first of all, is I don't really know why we needed it, but I'm excited to check it out. And so when I was watching it, of course, I was happy to see what I was seeing, but at the same time, it's I don't know if we needed a trailer to see some of the stuff that's in here. We're watching the trailer right now, so I'm able to talk about what's in it, right? Yeah,
I would say.
Obviously. So we see Donkey Kong get a fire flower, which is so cool. But I kind of wish that we would have just saved that for the movie. But then at the same time, it doesn't really matter. We're going to see it in the movie anyway. So even though it was spoiled here, the lead up to however he's getting this power up is going to be worth it. I do agree that maybe they are showing a little too much, but I don't know. We've heard rumors that there's going to be musical numbers, that's going to be a total shock.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen
Mario's talking. I mean,
true.
I mean, it's a departure, but
yeah.
I mean, I will say one thing. If anything, video game or movie producers, television producers need to take note of what's happened this year. If you're going to try to adapt a television or a television show or a movie from a video game, the creator needs to be involved, because you look at Last of Us, you look at this movie, you can tell that the creator has been able to influence a great deal, and it's faithful enough, and they deviate where they know it can be accepted by the community, I think. But you see when Donkey Kong got a fire flower, you see Mario running. He puts his hands back and he does his Mario speed run. Like it looks.
He does a
it-
ground pound too.
He does a ground pound as well. Yeah. I mean, it's
more
all...
importantly than all that, he throws a green shell backwards. So and laughs about it. So he is as devious as all of us that play Mario Kart all the time. So this game is true to the community, the lore, all of it. It's all there.
Yeah, and I mean, like, what's great about this, I saw a post earlier that this isn't just showing the new Super Mario Bros. Game. Like that seems like maybe that's where they would have went for a Mario movie, is their newest art style. But this is a span over the whole history of Mario. Like, we are getting to see that from all sides, and anybody that is a fan of Mario is going to enjoy themselves. And here we're looking at Toast Arena from Super Mario Odyssey, which Crawler and I talked about 3 weeks ago on Nintendo Powercast, saying what Odyssey level is going to be there. And I think we nailed it, honestly, just even from that's the first level that we saw. That was the demo that they use at Target. And that is a good kingdom to put in the movie.
It's really cool seeing it on what's going to be on the big screen, right?
Yeah.
From the small screen that we
Oh, he ate a super. I didn't
he
even
ate a mushroom right there.
Mushroom.
Yeah, he ate the mushroom and Donkey Kong got the fireball.
And there's a whole lot more Mario Kart in this than I thought there was going to be.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if like the first act is going to be like the Mario Bros origin of just like who they are in Brooklyn, what they do. And then the second act is him being sucked into the Mushroom Kingdom and going through all the different levels that you may see in previous Mario games. And then the third act is just a kind of Mad Max Mario Kart kind of style movie.
I mean, there's got to be a couple different resolutions because he's not friendly with Donkey Kong, at least to our understanding, based on the first couple trailers. And when in the very beginning of this trailer as well, the penguins are already captured,
right?
And that was in the very first trailer that he took over the Snow Kingdom and took over the penguins. I mean, there's just a random Luma that is, I think, going to be a scene stealer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And why are there Goombas locked up? What did they do?
They're well, if it's following the lore, Goombas are, or no, toadstools are blocks, right? They're not Goombas. They're blocks. Never mind.
Yeah.
They're in the prison though. Like, I wonder what's up with that. Did they misbehave?
It's a whole field of fire flowers that they're just standing in.
It's really cool. And look what she's wearing.
Yeah,
look what she's wearing.
Fire flower outfit. Yeah,
she is.
Which we saw that in the last trailer as well.
It's also very reminiscent of her original dress from Super Mario Brothers, because she was red and white back in the day. So really, really cool to see that.
It's just amazing looking at this movie. Like, this is an Illumination movie, and I've been going back and watching the Illumination movies just to lead up to this movie, and it's night and day. Like, this doesn't even seem like the same studio that's making it.
And this has to be Bob-omb Battlefield, right?
It looks to me like it could. What's the first level in Odyssey?
No, that's
Cascade. That's
the Cap Kingdom, and then. But then, I mean, we get here with
the dinosaur, right? And that has that island up, but that does look like. But it does look like Bob-omb Field also.
But there's because there's no cannon in Odyssey, right? In that level.
I recall, no. And there's that the wood
bridge, the tilting bridge. Yeah, I think it's Bob-omb Battlefield. We're just the Chain Chomp would be back over here if it were anywhere.
What is that building? What is on top of that?
Up here?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it's another one of these trees, but you never know.
I hope this is about a 4-hour movie. I'd be cool.
It's an hour and 30 minutes. The runtime is up.
Extended cut.
I did see that if you go buy your tickets tomorrow on Mario Day at AMC, they have a poster, an exclusive poster,
Wait, you get a Mario NFT? What?
physical
Yeah,
NFT.
no, that's it will be in your hands. That is so cool.
All
Like,
the
I don't think we've seen
paratroopers.
that move before, where Mario kicks a question block and is like working as a team with Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good, guys. Like, I'm really excited for it. Even if there are things that they have shown in the trailer and like, oh man, maybe they could have saved that for the movie. Like, again, we're gonna see it in the movie, and it's gonna make it that much better knowing the context behind it.
So does Donkey Kong's fur change red, or is that just
Mhm.
a little
No,
bit? A little bit, and he gets white kind of on the
Oh, yeah.
periphery of his fur, and then his tie changes from red to white for Fire Flower Donkey
Does
Kong.
this mean potentially that we could see Donkey Kong in a Mario game?
I would play more of New Super Mario Brothers if Donkey Kong was a playable character.
I mean, you do have to question it though, right? Like, it does kind of break the canon of what we know of Mario, and like Miyamoto is at the front of this whole direct, so like that had to have been his idea.
You would think so. And
Yeah.
I mean, you think about Mario's origins, it's all without Donkey Kong, right? Well, there's really no it's very possible there wouldn't be much of a Nintendo,
Mhm.
like it was all I just did a history of Donkey Kong. If you guys go back and listen to it, if you haven't listened to it yet, like it's crazy the stuff they went through in order to stay afloat as a company. And it yeah, there's such a rich and cool history that it makes sense that Donkey Kong is here from the
Mhm.
beginning. I do
Yeah.
like we were talking about, like, did they show too much? I think the only thing that, although they basically showed it in the first trailer, right? Because we didn't know where Donkey Kong and Mario were going to stand as far as in this movie, if it was like if he was going to be more of a villain or not. But then if you think about those early trailers, you have all those Kongs on the carts with Mario, which everybody can kind of assume is going to be near the end of the movie. So they obviously worked things out, or whatever the case may be. But then this is just, it's just that we're watching the trailer over and over again. If you guys are just listening to the audio, and it's
What does he ground pound?
it looks
Just
it's
Koopas.
It's
it looks like.
Koopas.
3 Koopas.
4. There's a fourth one.
1, 2, yeah. There's a lot.
And they're holding spears. That's what goes flying.
Donkey Kong's tie also changed color.
Yeah.
And what's he
goes
doing?
from red to white.
Look at that ground pound again. What is Donkey Kong doing in the background? You can see him throwing fireballs, it looks like. Like it looks like he's throwing.
I can take this
that
to like
that block just goes flying so high when he hits it,
You're
too.
never seeing that block again.
No way. No
That is
way.
so cool.
Let's see. Here comes the ground pound. Donkey Kong's throwing
Oh, there's a
fireballs
hammer
in the
bro.
background.
That's a hammer bro up there too.
Oh,
Mhm.
a big one. That's not a small one. That's like a. That's
And
like.
Oh,
But Donkey
and
Kong
he
just takes
takes
him
him out.
Okay, so there's the ground pound, and
Yeah,
you can
and
see
he's got like 2 in his hand.
2 fireballs in his hands. He's
That's-
just
yeah,
standing
that's
there.
awesome.
He doesn't toss them or anything.
So,
but
okay, wait. What do you guys think that this scene is? What we're looking at right now is Mario Kart. It like
The Mario
looks
Kart
like
hangar. It's got to
Yeah, but
be
it
like
looks like-
on an airship, right? Like
to me,
some
this looks like
form
it's
of an airship.
underground, and it's like a donkey. It's like the Kong's underground, like Fast and Furious kind of club. Because if you look, all of
don't
this
they come
is,
driving out of it onto Rainbow Road?
Oh, maybe they do. Maybe you're right. Oh no, they're just on the
never
mountain.
mind. Nope, that's a skillful cut in the editing room.
Yeah,
Because that is not they're leaving out of it, but yeah, they're driving off rocks onto Rainbow Road.
But
Okay, so
what do you think that has to do with the Kongs?
I don't know.
Oh no, our live stream on YouTube got
Corrupted?
blocked because copyright.
No. Already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just for showing, like not even.
We don't even have
listening
audio
to it?
going.
Yeah. Wow.
That's what it says audio detected, but there's
Well,
Yeah,
we can
there's-
appeal that probably.
there's no audio, but even the live stream, I guess the live stream, guys, if you head over to twitch.tv/n64josh, we are still live over there. You can see the whole video that way. That's a bummer.
Wow, Nintendo, they want to. We want to share what they're doing. Come
Is
on,
it Nintendo or Universal?
Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, Nintendo's got the history with that, though.
True.
Yeah.
Well, we can move on. I think it looks great. I can't wait to see it. Less than a month now is just insane that we're actually here.
Almost a month. Oh no, I guess no. It is less than a month. April 5th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild. I can't wait. I have a feeling, I know we talked about like the investors and the business side of it, why they push the date forward, but my gut feeling is that they've seen, like, from the trailers alone, we can tell this is already going to be something special. I'll be surprised if this movie flops, right? And again, it's just a gut feeling. This movie's going to absolutely crush. And they wanted those days because there's going to be
it's
we
Easter
might
weekend.
See theaters selling
Easter
out,
weekend, 5-day open. It's
Yep.
I'm planning on going to seeing it twice that weekend. I'm gonna go see it on Wednesday. And I called my wife while I was at work and I was like, do we want to go to like a 4:00 showing with the kids? And she goes, not on a school night. And I was like, all right, so we'll go see it on the weekend. So I'll see it. Because I definitely want to see it before we all get together on Thursday night to talk. So
okay, I do have like kind of a random topic. We saw the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trailer, and it's got that fast action animation.
Into the Spider-Verse, Puss in Boots type animation.
Right.
Yep.
If Illumination was to do a movie like that with Nintendo, what property would you give it to?
Star Fox.
Metroid.
Oh man, I think we all have different answers. I was gonna say Punch Out.
Oh, that would be cool.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
The most hardcore action-packed Animal Crossing you'll ever see.
I just saw a live action Punch Out. Like, I don't know who did it or what. I just saw screenshots in like one of the Nintendo groups on Facebook, and I was like, this is super bizarre. But Glass Joe looks like an absolute crackhead. Like, it was. I don't. It's. I'm pretty sure it's CG, but it. I don't know. It's very strange.
Using real actors, or there's just like one person playing Little Mac and then the rest are CG characters?
There was that weird uncanny valley thing going on with some of the characters, so they didn't quite look human, but then in some shots they did. So it was weird. The way things are going with AI now, who knows anymore.
Yeah.
So, but I would say like, Metroid, Star Fox, Punch Out. I mean, those would all be great choices. I really hope that this Mario movie opens the door for more, but I want to see Metroid get treated more like a PG-13, like make it a little grittier. I know that may not
dark and gritty.
Yeah, it may not push. I still want to know what Nintendo's play here is, right? Like, they've never done a Mario Day like they're doing this year. Every year we're always like, why don't they do more?
And they had to even specify even more so on this direct, no gameplay footage. Like, a game's got to be in the works to accompany this somewhere.
I would assume holiday, like they just get everybody hyped for Mario and then push something out this holiday. But we'll have to wait till June.
Yeah, and we got a little bit of info about just like what it takes to put this on. Illumination has like 600 people working on this movie. There's 2 directors. They have teams in France, Japan, and LA. Is Illumination in LA as well?
I would imagine so
I
because
think
it's
that's where
Universal, but I don't know.
But yeah, I guess they have their animators. Some of them are in France as well. I didn't know that, but it's a big team working on it. Like you hear when Sony talked about how it took like 6 years to do Into the Spider-Verse or whatever,
Yeah.
and it's amazing to think that it takes that long. But when you don't have real people to shoot and just put on film, you have to make every single thing that's on the screen. That makes a little bit of sense. So it's a lot of effort that goes into making an animated movie, and it's only an hour and a half long. So there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
It does make me wonder though if something like Odyssey 2, with as much Odyssey love we're seeing in the movie, with I don't know, maybe it's a 3D world too, where you get Donkey Kong in the mix. That's just where my head is going, that they're gonna do something so that the kids that watch this are like, I want to play Donkey Kong in my Mario game,
Yeah.
like. And obviously there's Smash and there's all those other games, but like, I think it would be great to see like, I mean, you've had what, Mario versus Donkey Kong, the minis games and those kind of things, but like to really see where like you see 3D Donkey Kong team up with 3D Mario, I'm here for it. I think it could be a lot of fun. So,
and there's more room for more characters in Mario Kart as well.
It's true.
So maybe we'll get maybe we'll get some Kongs coming into race after the 5th.
Well, I'm looking at the Diddy Kong Hot Wheels right now, so he's and he's not in the game. So, and like the looking that I've done, I think he's the only one that shows up in Hot Wheels that's not on the roster. So, who knows? Are we gonna see Cat Bowser? That's what I want to know. In the movie, is that gonna be a thing? We'll see.
In the movie?
Yeah, well, you see Cat Suit Mario, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're right.
like, and Donkey Kong's using power-ups. Like, is Bowser gonna get a hold of power-ups? Like,
what if we see like Bowser's Fury? Like, not just even the cat suit, but him just looking so
like Giga Bowser?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah. And how does that, what is the final scenes? Do we see Bowser Jr. like pick Bowser up? Is there going to be like a big, like, is he really going to get demolished by Mario? I'm so curious on who gets introduced at the end and how they lead into the sequel, because it's happening. It has.
I kind of hope that like Bowser Jr. and the Koopa kids are there from the beginning, and it gives Bowser more of a backstory of like, this dude's just doing his best. He's a single father, and like maybe the Power Star is actually for his family.
Yeah. He's trying to find their mom.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's Bowsette. No, we better not go there. So, no. So we are looking at some Mario Kart gameplay now, and I've had a chance to go hands-on with the tracks. I know Crawler has. Cheesy, have you played any yet?
Fortunately, I haven't, but it's probably like the first thing I'm gonna do tomorrow morning.
Gotcha. Cool. So Crawler, and like, what are your thoughts initially with these 8 tracks?
So I mean, more and more as I play these new tracks as they come out, I am more and more impressed by the tour tracks. I wasn't excited about that when the initial wave was revealed, and how much we thought they were going to lean into the tour tracks. But they keep surprising us with creative ways to at least do the third lap, if not all 3 laps, being something unique and different. Usually they are unique because they usually make you turn a different path. I think New York is maybe the exception. It's the same, I think, all the way through. But yeah, it's been fun and unique to kind of experience those tracks as they come out. Maybe an unpopular opinion, but like I think some of the reimagined, not even reimagined, just the remastered older tracks don't have as much shine and draw for me anymore, just because they feel so small in scope and just less kind of excitement like going on in the course or how you're traversing it. And I look forward to the tour tracks a little bit more. The new Yoshi course is great. It's very challenging, especially on 200. This is probably the most challenging wave I've had for trying to do 200 courses. But yeah, it's a good. I haven't spent a ton of time with these, just a little bit last night. Fortnite is ending their current season, so that's what I was kind of grinding out last night. But otherwise, I mean, I'm super excited to spend a little bit more time with these courses.
Do you think that you like the tour tracks more because it's kind of new to you because you don't play a lot of tour? Like you've played these other courses in the past, but tour is something fresh.
Yes and no. I mean, I think it definitely is with the fact that it's not the same course, or it's not the same lap after lap. It messes with your muscle memory a little bit. It messes with your reaction and how you're going to approach something. I think Amsterdam has a lot of twists and turns and underwater stuff, which can be a little bit more difficult, especially like compared to like Paris. Paris backwards is not that difficult. Berlin, I think, had a good mix of different stuff where you're driving against the grain a little bit. That, and especially if you're in first, driving against the grain, like backwards on the track while other people are still going forwards, it can pose problems. So I mean, it's a unique kind of thing, and I think what they did with Peach Gardens is one of the coolest things that they've done to an older track, and I would like to see them do more where they integrated some of that tour, reverse the course aesthetic for the third lap. I hope they can find more ways to do that with other courses.
When they did like Calamari Desert as well.
Yep.
Right, driving down the tunnel of the train tracks and that kind of stuff. So we have seen it a few different. And if you play any tour, they add different ramps and things along the way as it's
kind of like what they do in Sydney. I think they do that in Sydney.
Yeah, and my thing with the tour tracks, they're fine. What threw me today though was looking at Amsterdam and seeing all the tulips, which was cool.
That's a hard thing to come up and out of the water, and then you're just met with this sea of red, and it's a hard S curve to get through as well if you're not ready for it.
If it had been in the Mushroom Kingdom and that was a field of fire flowers, it would have been that much sicker in my mind, right? Like it just seemed a little bit weird that there was piranha plants with the tulips, like it just, there was just something about it that I'm like, yeah, I just wish this was all, I wish we were seeing more of the Mushroom Kingdom or, more Animal Crossing stuff. I guess tulips work in Animal Crossing, right? So, I mean, that maybe that throws my argument out the window, but I don't know, just see if that had been a field of fire flowers. And could you imagine if you drove into that field just to get the power up? But it's, it's like risk reward kind of thing. Like, is it really worth getting slowed down to go out and get them? But
there's like really, so many fire flowers out there, and maybe you won't get one even though you're like in the field. But if you might get lucky.
It's an RNG chance for it.
Yeah.
There you go. But if it slows you down, is it worth a power up like that, right? But I don't know. That's what it got me thinking about, especially seeing the trailer, the Mario trailer, and then there's all these fields of fire flowers. I'm like, man, that would look really cool in Mario Kart. That being said, I do love what those tracks are doing. All of this just gets me more excited for Mario Kart 9 when it eventually when it eventually hits. Now, we know we're getting more characters, right? And because I play this game so much, I'm constantly racking my brain to try to figure out a way that they could fix the meta. So I'm going to throw something out for you guys, and I want you to help me break this down. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I cracked the code. I don't know. We know from the beginning of Mario Kart, you had big characters, small characters, and medium characters, and that dictated your acceleration, your top speed, or your balanced, right? That's what kind of the three classes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have all these different carts, but everybody tends to go for the small wheels, the Wiggler, and Waluigi, because that's the fastest acceleration, the fastest mini turbos. You don't get knocked around too much because you're a big character, and so that's where people lean. So, because of that, what I am suggesting is a point system. Okay, so that when you are picking your carts, you are
kind of like the
given
Call of Duty loadouts type, old school loadout system.
I think so, yes, to where you have let's say there's a total of 15 points, and you can do up to 17 points on each. I don't know. I'm just throwing out arbitrary numbers at this point, but like basically everybody's got the same amount of points. So if you want your acceleration full, put it all the way to fill it up. If you want your
top speed high,
top speed higher, then fill that up. But you're only going to be everybody's going to have the same allotted amount of points. So it doesn't matter what cart you're using. The only difference could be the weight, right? Heavy, medium, or light. And have that
which would have its same adverse effects on acceleration if you're heavy, but higher top speed, and the medium characters would be kind of balanced with
exactly your points. You couldn't do as many points into acceleration if you picked heavy, but it has no bearing on whatever cart you're picking, so that everybody can always race whatever they want at any time. And it's just based, it's just they're just skins at that point. So I don't know. Do you guys what do you think about that?
Sign me up.
Sounds pretty good, as long as you're able to like save your points, or so you don't have to.
It remembers the kite and the cart and the tires I drive every time. So there would be no reason why it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Well, give us a favorite option to where we could favorite this loadout with that point allotment, right? And then if I want to do maybe my time trial build is something different than my online builds or something, or maybe it's per track. Like I know this track, track A has got way more corners, so I want my mini turbos as quickly as I can. But then Baby Park or Excite Bike, all those straightaways, I want a faster top speed when I'm jumping into a track like that. But you have to remember, you're usually going to be getting hit in multiplayer no matter what track you're doing. So we are currently looking at the Yoshi's track, and this is what we have all come to expect from a Mario Kart track, which I think is the reason it was so shocking when we saw that first wave come out. And
everything Yoshi coins, they make their own noise, kind of like Animal Crossing.
Yes,
the shortcut. I finally hit the shortcut here, and the shortcut is great.
It's such a killer way to do a shortcut, right? Like I love this. It's that kind of stuff right there. Like, going backwards on some of the tracks, that's super cool too. But that right there, where you've got to hit that block in order to make that shortcut show up, I think it's fantastic. So Cryptic is asking, do you think they ever go back to no customizable parts and just preset carts? I don't know. The problem is they have so many options, but then they've created a meta, and that's what throws everything. That's what throws a monkey wrench into everything. It's like, at that point, why aren't we all just in like pipe cart standard tires and the same glider, because everybody looks the same anyway? So Nate's got a long comment here. It says, I think they should add more racing modes instead of race or battle. Add some racing modes like a battle royale race while outrunning a wall of fire flowers. Another race with RPG mechanics like high speed, but with but more prone to getting like worse items. Yeah, there you go. I mean, the battle royale thing I think would be fantastic. Where if you're last, you're out at the end of the, and it's
Yep.
just like 40 laps.
Just a chain chomp just coming behind you like Pac-Man just to eat you up.
Whatever that case may be, I think it would be great. So,
but this was kind of the surprise of the update because it wasn't really known until everyone updated their system. And you go to the character selection screen, and below Birdo, there are 5 extra slots just waiting to be filled.
Mm-hmm.
And Johnny, while I was driving, sends a message to our Discord group. More waves until 2026. And I was like, what news am I missing right now? Like, what is going on? I can't even look stuff up. I can't even check. I'm kind of freaking out. And then I realized it's him doing the math based on 1 character per release. We're going to be getting more, which I think they're just going to probably drop more characters, right? With each wave. The real question is, how close are we going to get to guessing what each of these characters are? So 5 predictions from each of us. Chat, we want to hear from you guys. From you guys as well.
I mean, Funky's coming back, right? I mean, that's almost a given. I think that's a layup.
I think if there's going to be one Kong, it's going to be Diddy. I don't know if they're going to do 2 Kongs.
There's a lot of Kongs in the movie, though.
I know there is. So like
I want to see Samus driving in a little tiny cart.
I think that's going to be the last character slot. I think Nintendo has really been planting the seeds of Metroid way before even Dread. Like, obviously, they wanted Metroid Prime 4 to come out probably 2017. That's when they announced it. Maybe 2018 is when it was going to come out. And then, obviously, they had to start over. And then we got Dread. Then we got Metroid Prime, and we're probably going to get the other ones, and then we'll get Metroid Prime 4. But guess what? Brie Larson has been in the background the whole time, buddy with Doug Bowser. Like, come on. I think that this whole thing is a test to see if they can release Metroid Prime 4 with the new console or the Switch 2 or whatever it is. Because right now, Metroid isn't a big seller. It's not enough to sell with a console, but all of this is a test.
Prime Remastered might be their best. It might end up being their best ever selling Metroid game.
Yeah, and I would love that. And Metroid Fusion just came out. We have all of the Metroid games on Switch now, the 2D Metroids.
Mm-hmm.
Minus Zero
Samus
Mission.
is going to be that last
Zero
slot.
Mission.
Yeah, Zero Mission would be nice.
It's just the better way to play the first game is all.
Yes. Otherwise, you got to break out the graph paper.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So, okay, I'm gonna pull a couple from chat. Billy, I gotta catch this comment from Billy. It says, Josh with all his great takes on Mario Kart knowledge, selling the book. Freaking love it. Yes, guys, please go buy the book. I appreciate you guys so much. So here we go. Billy says, I hope we get Petey Piranha. Piranha plants are getting some love in this last wave. Kind of makes me wonder, now they have Birdo. Birdo is from
Mario 2.
Mario Kart Double Dash, which is also where we saw Petey Piranha, right? So that's at least, that's what I'm pretty sure that's the only time we've seen Birdo. Because I've been doing the history of Mario Kart, right? Like, I'm wondering if Rob doesn't make a return. He was on Mario Kart DS.
Yeah.
I mean, get the whole Smash roster in there.
I think Pauline is a shoo-in.
And Pauline is already in tour, I believe.
Yes,
she's also in the other sports updates.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Nate says Funky Kong, of course, and Diddy Kong. We'll have to come up with some solid answers, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Funky and Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, you know, Mario Kart Wii selling over 30 million units is a pretty beloved game, and Funky was the star. He was the star. He was the meta. You know, like you weren't playing that game competitively if you weren't playing as Funky Kong. So, and some of the stuff, like I was watching some of the the fastest laps in Mario Kart Wii with Funky Kong. Absolutely ridiculous. The glitches and the
Well,
way
there's
that
some
the
of those
community
stupid glitches. Yeah,
exploited the exploited the game.
they
Like,
jump on a rock and go around a rock. And,
yes, it's wild. It is crazy. So, okay, so Miguel wants Sonic. I've seen some people in my comments on TikTok that want Sonic as well. Cryptic
just do it
says
Chocobo racing style where Sonic just runs.
Yeah. There
yes,
you go.
just different shoes instead of carts, no wheels. Funky Kong for sure. If we can't get Gino in Smash, then he comes in Mario Kart, and then the rest of the Fire Emblem characters.
Who,
Wow.
who owns Gino? Does Square owns Gino or does Nintendo?
That's a good question, because I mean,
It's starting to seem like it's Square.
that's where my head would. That's that would be my guess, that they own the licensing.
Okay, so
for the character,
if there aren't any more waves, we're just sticking to 6 waves. How are they releasing the characters? Is the next wave going to do
2 and
2?
then 3.
Well, yeah, but like, are they going to do 2 on the next wave and then 3 to close it out?
Yeah. They build up 1, 2, 3.
You guys don't think they're doing extra waves?
That's
Well,
not where my head goes.
Didn't they change the verbiage? I think what they've shown right here is we're gonna get through the waves. But didn't I think I saw something on Twitter on after the latest trailer came out that said they adjusted what the verbiage for waves, like all waves ending like I forget what it said. Maybe
yeah, we talked about it in our Discord.
We did. I did some more digging in that though, and it was like part of that was only in the North American trailer, and the screenshot they took showed what they said was cut out over on the other side of the screen, as far as like the verbiage that makes it sound like that we're not getting any more courses after. So it was, I don't know, it was kind of confusing, honestly, because it was like in the North American one, it was missing this, but it wasn't in the
Japanese
European
one or European.
And yeah, and so I don't know. We're looking at Waluigi Stadium right now. I just have to point out this track looks absolutely gorgeous. And one of the things I really want with Mario Kart 9 is I want to see us get some mud on the tires, right? I want to see the karts get a little bit dirty. This track is getting close. It's getting close to that level, but it's not quite there. But the dirt all glistening and kind of wet. Like, I just want our karts to get muddy, like let's start seeing some. It'd be nice to see some next gen graphics when it comes to Mario Kart. I know it's
put that Forza Tech in.
Yeah, right. Like, what are they doing? They got time, right? They can.
I mean, it's a possibility. The way that we saw those karts shine in the movie, like maybe that's something that they've been working on for a game.
You never know. They talked about that in the trailer too, about how like the lighting and stuff that they were doing is stuff that really hasn't been done. And you could tell when they showcased Mario's Kart for the first time and Peach was getting on her bike, those things were shiny and gorgeous, and they looked fantastic. So it's just I can't get enough Mario Kart, right? So the more Mario Kart, the better. But I mean, we're watching you go up on the sides of those like half pipes, jumping up to tracks that were not in the original game that I recall. I think that's a tour implement right there. How cool is that? Like it's just
and you've noticed. I mean, I only figured it out by like the third lap, like the line I kind of needed to take, and
right.
yeah, because these were all blind runs through to get my 150 done 3-star, and I mean it's great. I mean this one has two tour tracks. I think did the other one have? The other one had one and then a new track and then 2 remakes. This one has 2 tour tracks and 2 remakes. But yeah.
And you know, I keep talking about ways to balance this game out even more. They could just make a mode where it doesn't matter who you pick, everybody's the exact same stats, and that would also suffice to. The interesting thing is the hidden stats within the
you have to go to a website to see.
Yeah, and I was checking. I got to mention the Goombas in the floaties. Like I freaking love that in that infinity pool. Like they're so great. But I was checking today, like, you know, which Mario has the best stats with the bitty buggy and the small wheels and the Bowser glider, and like Baby Mario, of course, is number 1, but number 2, as far as Mario's go, as far as I could tell, was actually Tanuki Suit Mario. He was almost. I want to put him against Waluigi and the Wiggler and see how the stats do, because I have a feeling they're going to be pretty close. So, but I would just love to see that kind of stuff just go away, so you can just race what you want and not have to worry about the meta. Getting on to more characters in the game here. Billy says it is the Prime going back. Prime Remastered has sold a lot of people. It is the golden age for Samus right now. Nate says Diddy Kong, Samus, Kratos, and Master Chief. All right.
And if you log in on your Xbox, you get a Black Master Chief. And if you log in on your PlayStation.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Michael says, I love to see Rob. Billy says, OMG, I didn't even think of Rob. That would be great. And let's see, we got a question here from J Ray. Says, how many total waves and what wave are they on? So it was 6 total waves, and we're on wave 4 right now. So we still have wave 5 and wave 6 on their way. Nate says 8-bit Mario like they have in Tour, and that I would not be surprised if we saw an 8-bit Mario and potentially the 8 or 16-bit Mario and 16-bit Kart. Like that wouldn't surprise me at all. So
they could do that for skins though.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like they did Breath of the Wild skin for Link.
Yeah. Nate says charging Chuck and Babam. I'm trying to remember, was King Babam in any of the? Could you race as him in any of?
Yeah, I think wasn't it like a.
Maybe he was a boss on the DS.
I think he was a boss on the DS. I remember like you had to race him. Yeah.
There was a giant.
I think he's in Tour.
Goomba. He's in Tour. Okay.
I think he's in Tour.
Yeah, I just for some reason I have a memory of him in a cart, but I can't remember where. So
one of the characters I would love to see that's not going to happen, but I've always wanted to see them in Mario Kart is EGAD.
Yeah. A little more Luigi's Mansion love.
To see EGAD. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, looking at that roster, like, because if you think about it, it's a lot of the same characters. Yeah, Kamek would be great, especially he seems to play a big role in the movie too. So, I wonder if we're going to see Birdo in the movie. I wonder if there's a chance for Birdo to make an appearance. Let's see here. I just want to check. J Ray's asking if the next gen Switch Pro has been is next gen Switch Pro that has been there's no punctuation, so I'm not sure I'm getting it right. Is next gen Switch Pro that has been fan made rumors for years? Yes. So I think what you're getting at is there's nothing confirmed. Jeff Grubb, who is like an industry insider, says he does not believe it is a next system for Nintendo, that it is just some kind of upgraded Switch, I believe is what he's getting at, which is what we talked about on our show as well. So that's kind of the direction I'm leaning, honestly. Like They got too much. There's too much hype going on right now. They got this movie going on. They're gonna sell Switches for days.
mentioned
so.
Captain Toad. Captain Toad, that could be another skin
Ooh, I love
that we just
Captain
put on
Toad.
Toad.
Yeah.
Mhm. EGAT is a character in the arcade Mario Kart. So, you know, I mean, Pac-Man is in the arcade Mario Kart. There's a lot of interesting characters there
And
as well.
looking at this roster, the whole bottom row is non-Mario
Mhm.
or Mushroom Kingdom characters. So at least one should be a non-Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
It's going to be Brewster. Animal Crossing is going to get more love, you know. So
Tom Nook's coming for his money.
That's right. That's right. Billy says we need more Wii outfits. You know, Ribbon Bell says Kamek for Mario Kart or Kirby.
Kirby is a good one.
I mean,
could see it.
I could too. I really could. I could see Kirby and a Kirby track, right?
Mhm.
And that may be that's the other thing that bums me out about the tour tracks is we're missing out on some really great classic tracks. You know, like DK Jungle from the 64 was a really fun track, and there's just there's a handful of tracks we aren't seeing, but a new like the new Yoshi's track. I'm all about some new tracks, right? As much as I love the classics and I think they're great, if they're gonna keep making brand new tracks for the waves, I'm here for it. You know, Sunday,
let's get a Kirby track where star bits are the coins and the superstar is the candy or whatever that turns you the invincible candy, and they just change a whole bunch of the stuff, just make it Kirby themed for the whole thing.
Yeah, and I want to see, I don't know how they would do it, but if they could do a galaxy level where you drive around a loop, like around a planet, and then it's just part of the track, like just to really throw us off, I'd be here for it. So,
but there's a star launcher to get you out of orbit. I mean,
there you go. Yeah. So, yeah, it's just exciting that Mario Kart's getting the love. I was watching Cheesy and Johnny go back and forth on Twitter today about everything. I don't even know if did you guys end up agreeing on anything?
Oh no, we didn't agree. But I think we can save that for a different podcast. That way he's
here
here
to
defend himself.
Yeah.
I was just kind of watching, just admiring the banter. So
for those that don't know, we were going back and forth about if Mario Kart should be a live service game, and we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, which we've talked about, and I see there's some people in the chat that are here that are for it, and some that aren't. Ribbon Bell has the best idea that I've seen. It says, "How about we put Josh in Mario Kart?" Yes,
there you go.
Yes, I would gladly. I'll do it like right now. Just put me in there. So, guys, we appreciate you all so much. If you want to be a part of tomorrow, we're not even done yet. We got another. We hit the hour mark, and nope, we're going long. We're going long.
But tomorrow, we teased this at the very beginning. Tomorrow, Lego has been teasing their dress rehearsals or their recording or whatever is what they're doing for their Mario Day reveal for Lego. So I mean, behind me I have Bowser and the NES. I need to get the question block. I think Johnny has the question block, and I think he's building it right now. But the adult themed Lego sets that they've done have been great. They've done the play sets with the creepy digital Mario that it's been kind of hit or miss on how it's landed. They've done Luigi and Peach in both of those creepy digital formats. So if they're turned off, they just look a little creepy. But here's the hoping that we get maybe some Mario figures in minifigure size. I mean, that's what I think a lot of people would like. But also kind of the theming around the pedestal that they're going to reveal the set, I think has both me and Cheesy thinking it could be Bowser's Castle in some form. They've done larger castles. They've done the Disney Castle. They've done I mean,
Rivendell.
the most recent one, the biggest one, is the Lion Knight's castle. They've done classic medieval stuff. They just did Rivendell, which released a couple weeks ago, which Johnny is building right now. All 45 steps or whatever that it takes to build that 6,000 piece set. So I mean, that could be another cool set. They've kept the Lego sets moderately priced for the expensive quote unquote Lego sets. Bowser, I think, was $260. The NES, I think, is $260 as well, and I think the question block is $200. So I mean, they're pricey investments, but as Lego goes for what they are, they're reasonable compared to the $500 Rivendell or the $800 AT-AT or the $850 Millennium Falcon, or there's a lot of expensive sets out there. So I'm interested to watch that tomorrow. I don't remember what time that is going live. I think they are, maybe it's early, maybe it's
I want to say 7 a.m. Pacific, but I'm not looking at anything. I'm just making a guess.
Well, one of the other reasons we said Bowser is one of the photos that they have that they shared on Twitter is a guy holding the Bowser Lego set. So like it makes me wonder, is it going to be Bowser's castle? Is it going to be Bowser's throne that you can put that Bowser on? Is it the Mushroom Kingdom? Like Peach's castle?
they did a playset for Peach's Castle that had a really unique printed piece with the stained glass window. So I mean, that would be cool if they found a way to do that. Maybe they find a way to do kind of like they did Stranger Things, the upside down. They do Peach's Castle on one side and they flip it upside down and it's Bowser's
Ooh,
castle. That would be
that'd
cool.
be cool. But yeah, I don't know. It seems like something is going to involve that Bowser, right?
For sure. And it
So
was a really and that set is a really fun build, and it was done really well. So I'm excited for more.
You're talking about actual Mario minifigs, right? Which, if they need to do a Lego Mario movie, they've already got Chris Pratt.
And he's
Everything
Emmett.
is awesome.
Everything's awesome,
right? So make it happen. If you guys are only listening, you don't get to see Bowser shaking his head no, like right now on in Crawler's lap. It's like holding an infant, like a really shiny infant. Like that thing is huge. Have you messed with the characters? Doesn't it interact with the Mario characters?
there's a scan. I need to go grab Williams, play Mario, and see. I think all it does is there's a POW block underneath one of the torches, and then there's something in the pullout down here. I don't know what. There's a QR code that's all Mario does, is just scans colors and QR codes to make noises or sounds. So he'll know, like, if he's on top of green, he knows he's on grass. If he's on red, he knows he's on lava, and it puts a picture in his stomach screen that reflects it. But
he'll just be terrified. Like the eyes just go out. He's just like,
yeah, because I mean, the playset feature is build your own Mario course, and they've had different bosses and elements of the games that you can kind of build a course for Mario to go through, and it makes noises and sounds as you go through, and then you get on the end and it does the flagpole and all that kind of stuff. But I'm hoping, I think tomorrow's thing they'll maybe reveal a few more playset stuff, but I think this is mainly going to be centered around an adult themed 18 plus set that they've kind of done and had success with for the collectors.
sounds so scandalous. Like,
is it going to be live or is it pre-recorded?
I don't know if it's live. I was looking on their Twitter and I'm not seeing times or anything. But
it's exciting either way. And who knows
Yep.
what else, like we might see more Mario news that we don't even know of.
True.
Just throughout the day.
What if Lego is announcing the next Mario game?
I mean, they've done games. They've done them well.
Let's
I'd
see.
be about it.
I'm looking at Destructoid. It's 11. So it's 8. Looks like 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern.
Okay.
They don't.
You're sure it's not in Central Europe time, CET?
The GMT is 17.
Okay.
So
Because Lego's a company based out of Denmark, so it could have been in there, but I think they probably adjusted
I'm
it.
just looking at a Destructoid, but they don't have the AMs or PMs. So I would just have to know what time.
I think it is early in the morning. I think that's when it is.
Let's see. Okay. 7. That doesn't make any sense, but it says it's 9 a.m. Pacific time. 17 GMT is 9 a.m. But that's not accurate with the. So I would say just be watching by 8 on the West Coast, and hopefully, yeah. I don't know. I don't know why they're not even the way Destructoid has it written. It's like the official Lego YouTube channel at 008 PT and then 11 Eastern. I'm like, what is zero? I don't know.
I mean, that math adds up, but
I don't know. But yeah, so it may be 8, it may be 9. I'm not quite sure. So hopefully we're sorry we are useless. Forgive us.
by the time this goes, you're listening to this anyway. It's probably already happened. So go to their YouTube and watch.
No, we'll put it out. We'll put it out right now. Okay, now. Okay, yeah. It looks like 11 a.m. Eastern, so that would be 8 a.m. Pacific. Yeah, 4 p.m. GMT, 5 p.m. CET. So, this is brickfanatics.com. So that's from brickfanatics.com. So there you go. Yeah. All right. Well, I know we're going long, but I kind of wanted to hear from you guys about some special Mario memories. I know we've done this every year, right? And so maybe there's a different, maybe it's going back into the files and finding a different Mario memory, something that something that's kind of special and fun that you can look back on that involves Mario or the Nintendo or something like that. So I don't know. Do either of you guys have anything right off the top of your head? You want to go first?
Yeah, I can. My go-to, which I'm not going to do. I'll do something different. My go-to is always kind of my first system that I had was Super Nintendo, and so Super Mario World has a special place. But moving past that, because I mean I've talked about that multiple times. I bought a 64. That was the first console I bought with my own money, and I only had enough money for the console. So I went probably a month. I think I bought it in like October, and then went. I'm sure I rented games. I don't really remember, but I didn't own any games until I got to Christmas, and that was just kind of where the floodgates opened. I got Diddy Kong Racing, I got Star Fox, I got Mario, I got think Extreme G. I got a bunch of games, but like playing Mario 64 for the first time, like that was just, it was a whole new world. And we didn't know that the camera control was bad because it was new and it was just the way it was. But just playing that game, just the freedom to run around and go in any direction, and the just the new abilities that Mario had with his triple jump and the wall jump and just all that kind of stuff that came with that just made that game and it magical. And it's kind of stood through kind of just the onslaught of what is remembered games like with rose tinted glasses. Mario 64 can actually kind of still hold up. You played it more recently, Josh, on I think on Wii, right? And then again on Switch when it came back to the 3D collection. Yep. But like the camera controls can be wonky in certain ways, but it's still just a great game, and it has 120 stars to go find and collect and save the princess. And you play Bowser the same way a few different times, but it was just such a great thing for what it was and how it pushed 3D gaming kind of into its where it kind of could evolve and become what it is today.
Love it. I love it. I'm going to get to King Raymar here. King Raymar on Twitch, if you want to go check out some of his streams, says Mario Memory set a new personal best speedrunning Mario 64 last night, 58:42 in the 70-star category. Hope you guys are doing well. Congrats there. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Billy Cox says, man, it's basic, but I always remember playing Super Mario World with my mom. We played that and Zelda, Link to the Past, and see who could finish it quicker. It was hours of gaming sessions. I love that. That's incredible. It's incredible. Cheesy, how about you? Do you have a memory tied to Mario that you can share with us?
Always. So last year, I think I shared Super Mario World and how that was a game I played with my aunt, and that was like a really special time. And it probably my first introduction to Mario. And that game is just fantastic. But my first 3D Mario game was not Mario 64, even though I probably could have played it at the time. My first 3D Mario was Super Mario Sunshine. And that game to me is it's a broken game. Like it is not, it doesn't do very well. Like it is a really hard Mario game, but I love it. It reminds me of summer. All of those songs are just cemented in my head. Like I love the music. I think it's a wacky idea that Mario is going on vacation and then gets framed for a crime that he didn't do, and now he has to clean up. Like the whole thing is just so bizarre, and I think that's why I love it. And it's so unique with Flood. And I don't know how far I actually got into it when I was younger. I might have just played like the first, a couple of levels over again. But that is for that being my first 3D Mario, it really just kind of opened my eyes as to the game that I was exploring, and Mario basically coming to life is what it felt like. And with voice acting, not that it's good, but there was voice acting.
Right. King Raymar says Sunshine, let's go. First game I ever pre-ordered. Nate says playing Super Mario Bros. 1 and pausing the game when you have the star to look at all the different colors and tripping out, right? I totally remember doing that. Like, yo, look at Mario's like purple right now, like all the different colors you could see when he had the star. I think for me, I'm not going to go back that far, you guys. I'm going to go back to last year, maybe just the end of the year before, and playing Wanted, the little mini games on the new Super Mario Bros. And the Mario 64, and the relationships that formed because of that game, the way the community grew exponentially because of that game, and having TikTok be in my TikTok streams and reach out to me to then say, hey, come be part of our the ground floor with the streaming. It was just, it's kind of unbelievable, honestly. And all because of playing this silly little DS game, right? That is literally been life changing. TwitchCon last year, hanging out with the TikTok crew and getting to know a bunch of people there, and getting to know other creators and playing with other creators, and just the friendships that have been made, and the all the mods that have been added to the Discord and the Twitch streams and everything, and just the relationships that have been formed there, just so incredibly special. And it's all because of this goofy little plumber. And it's why we've done 400 it's actually close to 500 episodes now with all the bonus episodes of this show, right? Because it's not just about the games, it's about the memories, it's about the relationships, it's about the friendships, and everything tied to those times in our lives. So we still want to hear from more of you. Like I said at the beginning of the show, if you want to have your, if you want to share your Mario memory with us via video, I'm going to edit everything together and put it up in its own YouTube video and podcast. And if we get too many, I'll do multiples. Again, if you're listening to this later next week, still send them in. I'll do them. It's the month of Mario is what Nintendo says. So keep sending them in. As long as I'm getting them, I'll keep editing them together and putting out some content, just showcasing you guys, right? Like this is crazy. It's crazy how many of you interact with us every week and listen and all that stuff. And so we're super grateful, super thankful. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for all the live streams. I do want to say again, go check out the pre-order the history of Mario Kart from plumber to the kart track. And also includes, you also get my guide in that bundle and a Mario Kart trivia book. So all available at n64josh.com/history of Mario. And remember, leave some reviews for the show. We really appreciate that. And we will see you guys next time. Bye now.